Qualcomm, I mean, had a great quarter on the backs of really all three businesses. I think the standout was auto segment with that gigantic growth and delivering on that $45 billion backlog. IoT was an absolute factor. A lot of product announcements across fixed wireless access, PC, and XR. I'm really excited to see what the company will do in the future with AI on the industrial edge. And people aren't talking about this. I hope to hear more of this. Next week at their annual investor day, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up smartphones, where their growth is probably 2x the market growth. I think this bodes well for Snapdragon 8 Elite smartphones that we saw. It does look like a financial winner. Now, all we've seen so far is Chinese handset companies, but my expectation is that we're going to see Samsung, which I think had to do with the positive guide and forecast.
Yeah, Pat, it was a really positive overall. We know the handset business, the PC business it's holding up, and for Qualcomm, that's the really important thing right now. And having that diversification, you and I've talked about over like the last couple of years how important their move to diversification has been. And really, Pat, the quarter got carried through by really strong results from the auto business, which you pointed out. I mean, they basically have design wins from every major automotive company. And now what we're starting to see is that $50 billion design pipeline that we've been touting for the last year turning into quarterly revenue, the acceleration. And every quarter that revenue is picking up. And for everyone out there that doesn't kind of know about this, right, it's not like you get a design and you start to produce. It's like a design win. And then there's years oftentimes between the design win and when that design goes into place. So the other thing is all these cars have lots of content being added. So every, year they're adding more content. There's hundreds, sometimes 1,000 chips in a vehicle. And people don't always realize that, but that creates a lot of opportunity. And then on the other part is the industrial, the IoT business, sensor business. That's come back. So those two things really kind of carried the day for the company. And then of course the core businesses were intact. So they were able to beat the expectations, beat the guide. And the market responded really, I thought really positively overall. I think it was up like 9 or 10% the day of earnings. And, we apologize. We know this is last week's news, but come on, this stuff doesn't get old that quickly, does it? So Pat, I'd say overall, the diversification strategy is working. The company's looking like it's in positive shape. And probably the biggest question mark around the company is what we're going to talk about next.